Tomorrow night, Governor Gretchen Whitmer will deliver her second State of the State address. And one of the big questions will be, what will the governor have to say about the roads? News 8's Jacqueline Francis is here now with what we can expect from the governor and how former lawmakers are already chiming in on this debate. Jacqueline.
Brian, tomorrow night is expected to be a big moment for the governor. She'll lay out a new plan to fix the roads before the very same people that shut down her first proposal of raising the gas tax by 45 cents per gallon. And as many speculate about the details of her next plan, a group of former lawmakers from both sides of the aisle have come up with a few ideas of their own. There are a few things just about everyone can agree on, and fixing the roads seems to be one of them.
Nobody likes paying more taxes, but nobody likes driving on lousy roads either.
Former State Senate Majority Leader Ken Sikkema says coming up with the money to pay for it is where things get divided. A political stalemate that he and a group of former state lawmakers are looking to fix, proposing a plan they hope current legislators will consider.
We're not trying to replace the legislature or the governor, but what we are trying to do is demonstrate, if you will, that Republicans and Democrats can come together, propose solutions that will solve some of the state's most pressing problems.
The Michigan Consensus Policy Project is urging state leaders to find a user-based, long-term plan to finance the roads.
And whether it's the gas tax or some kind of mileage fee or whether it's toll roads, they're all a user pay principle. We fundamentally believe that that's the best way to fix and maintain our transportation infrastructure.
When it comes to bonding or borrowing the money, the former lawmakers advise caution, especially as bonding is rumored to be a part of Governor Whitmer's new plan to fix the roads.
Borrowing money is not a long-term solution to maintain our transportation infrastructure. It's a short-term solution for certain projects right now, but it's not a long-term solution.
Sikkema says there's no saying whether or not state leaders will take their advice, but they do know this is an issue Michigan drivers are done waiting on. We asked Governor Whitmer's office for their reaction to the plan. They responded saying they have nothing to add at this time, other than the governor will talk more about her plan for the roads during tomorrow night's address. In studio, Jacqueline Francis, News 8.
All right, Jacqueline, thank you. You can watch the governor's address tomorrow live at 7 o'clock on WXSP and on woodtv.com. We'll also have team coverage and analysis from Lansing tomorrow night at 10 and 11.